What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Back at you with another one. So today, man, I gotta talk about something that ain't been sitting right with me, right? Right, so we all know that Kobe had the statue ceremony, you know what I'm saying? He done got what, 3 statues, he got both jerseys retired, you feel me, right? You know, the Lakers, a lot of Lakers was there, a lot of current players was there, past players was there, you know what I'm saying? Kareem was there. A lot of people showed up, but it was one particular guy that didn't. Right? So LeBron decided that he wasn't gonna show up. When the whole thing was like, you know what I'm saying, like it was so convenient for you to go where it's like you had to like purposely avoid it. You feel me? So it's like, why you can't show up for something that ain't about you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you can't show up for stuff that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't about you. Like, stuff be bigger than you. Like, it ain't always gotta be about you, right? You receive enough flowers. It's okay to give some every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the flowers you receive you don't even deserve, right? But I honestly wasn't surprised that he didn't go, because it's like, it's the whole thing of like, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. So certain stuff people do, I'm not shocked, because that's your character. You know what I'm saying? Like, the low road, if that's your character, then I'm not going to be surprised if that's the road you take. Because the first sign of that was when he didn't go to D-Wade Hall of Fame speech. I mean, Hall of Fame ceremony. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you don't show up for your mans? That's supposed to be your homeboy and all of that. Nah. That ain't your homeboy. You just used him to get to what you needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That ain't your mans for real. Because you just showed up for your mans. You know what I'm saying? You be everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You be everywhere else. You could have made it, bro. That was the first. You know what I'm saying? That was like one of the things that had me like not even surprised that he didn't show up for Kobe. Because if you didn't show up for Wade, I'm not surprised you didn't show up for Kobe. It's just in your character to take the low road in certain moments, right? Like, you gonna say the right thing when you asked, but it's your actions. I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can tell you anything, but it's like, what do you do? You feel me? Your actions gonna always outweigh your words. You feel me? And it's like, bro, you didn't show up for the dude who welcomed you to his city? You know what I'm saying? You ain't show up for him? Come on, bro. Like, out of all the people to show up, like, Wade, bro, you need to have Wade on the, like, you need to be talking about Wade like how Jay be talking about Meek Mills. Like, as long as I'm alive here, millionaire. Like, you need to make sure Wade's straight forever. You feel me? Because, like, the whole thing you gonna say, your career would have been the same if you wouldn't have went to Miami. What? Listen. I don't know if people remember this, but in Cleveland, when LeBron was still in Cleveland, right? When he was in that series versus Orlando, the media was starting to chirp kingless ring. Kingless ring was what the media was starting to say, right? That was about to be the new narrative, the kingless ring, right? Then you also remember the Muffet commercials. Y'all remember the Muffet commercials? When LeBron got eliminated and Kobe was still playing, you know what I'm saying? Against the teams that LeBron needed the Heat to beat, but Kobe did. Well, that's a whole nother subject. I ain't even gonna bark up that tree today. But what was the where's Kobe, LeBron? Where's Kobe, LeBron? LeBron, where's Kobe? Kobe's still playing. Traditional team, still winning. You, traditional team, you lost to Dwight Howard. So what did the king of PR do? Oh, I'm going to change the narrative. I'm not going to let them talk about me all summer. and what I didn't do and how I came up short and how I got outplayed by Dwight Howard. What I do? I made the summer about taking my talents to South Beach. Who was in South Beach? Championship Wade. The person that you really should have been going at in your era, but you decided to team up with in your era. You know what I'm saying? So, to say that you would have been, no, you wouldn't have been the same player. Sorry. You would have got passed up. That's what would have happened. Because I know if it was a fifth, but it's hard for me not to think that if LeBron stay in Cleveland, right? You got OKC in the West that made it to the finals to play the Heat. It's hard for me to think that OKC would have won that ring if they would have been playing against a prime super team when they were young developing stars. It's hard for me to think that if they was playing a traditional team, they would have won. So if Durant get his first ring in OKC, we move on. Like, it's about that era. It's about Durant and Curry. The rivalry will be OKC and the Warriors. That would have been the rivalry. You would have got passed up. You would have been right where you supposed to be. Karl Malone, Barkley. You would have had to pull a Gary Payton and jump on one of their teams on the back end of your career to try to get you a ring. You'd have had to do one of them numbers. You know what I'm saying? While you talking about, like, you would have been the same player. Like, come on, bro. People sacrifice their careers to boost yours. You know what I'm saying? Wade sacrificed for you. He could have stayed a #1 guy in Miami. He could have just got Bosh over there, and they could have just beat you and been going to get a chip. They didn't have to bring you. He didn't have to bring you along. You know what I'm saying? Chris Bosh, another one. Chris Bosh was a top 5 big in the league. He had his own franchise. Sacrificed for the betterment of your team. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to get it. But you gonna say you would have been the same player. You'd have had. Come on, man. That don't even make sense. Like, come on, man. You. That don't even make logical sense that you teamed up literally with, it was you, the best player in your era. D Wade, the second best player in your era. Chris Bosh, top 5 big in your era. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, I'm just saying top 5 because I ain't really did my homework on it. But I know it wasn't 5 bigs in that time it wasn't 5 power forwards in that era better than Chris Bosh. I know that. You know what I'm saying? In that same era, no way. No way. Like, and you, come on, man. That didn't have you give any player in any era that recipe, and I guarantee you they get as much or more success than you. You can go back historically in basketball. You take the #1 player in the era, the #2 player in the era, and the top 5 player in the era, and put them on the same team, and I guarantee you they at least match what you did, if not do more. So for you to say that Miami it wouldn't have mattered if I... Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We all know that your all-time greatness is solely tied to rings. You don't get rings if you don't go to Miami. So to say you'd have been as good, but it's about legacy. It's about all-time rank. You wouldn't have been that. We wouldn't be having none of these false conversations that we shouldn't be having anyway. Wouldn't been having none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Then you got the nerve to have a Mamba tattoo. For what? For what? Like, what was that for? Like, for show? You know what I'm saying? Like, for show? Like, for what? Because you don't have no traits of that. You don't have the DNA of that. You're not built from that. You don't come from that cloth. So what you got the tattoo for? Why? Why? For what? You couldn't show up. You ain't even show up for him. So why would you have the tattoo? Like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even show up for him when, like I said earlier, All your teammates showed up, bro. Your same teammates in hoop gear showed up. Phil showed up. Kareem showed up. He just hurt himself. He just like broke his leg, his hip or something. You know what I'm saying? He over there telling he 70 years old standing up giving a speech. You couldn't even come in there and sit down. You know what I'm saying? 70-year-old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just injured himself. And you know how far down it is to fall when you 7 foot? It's a long way down for me to fall. I'm only 6'3". You know what I'm saying? He's 7'1", 7'2", didn't fail. 70 years old. He up there at the speech, at the ceremony, giving the speech. And you can't even just come sit down. Come on, man. You ain't that. You ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, LA wasn't even rocking with you for real, right? LA wasn't even rocking with LeBron. Like, they was defacing murals and all of that when we first found out that you was coming to LA, right? And then Kobe, the one that was like, go on, stall him out. Kobe, the one that got you to LA stall out. And sometimes I wish he never would have did that, because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve to stall out. You deserve everything that they was on. You know what I'm saying? Because you for self. You not for team. You been for self. You know what I'm saying? You been for self. Like, come on, man. All that the Lakers then did, you done probably got more trades and moves as a Laker in your 6 years or however long than Kobe got in 20. And he got 5, not a fluke 1. You know what I'm saying? You done got everything you get. It's like a spoiled kid. You get everything you ask for, then you don't do what you supposed to do, and you still want to complain. Like, well, why we ain't do this? Why we ain't make no trades? And bro, listen. Basketball all your team's supposed to do is put you in the position to win it at the end. If you supposed to be GOAT and all that, you're supposed to be the determining factor at the end of them games. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Kobe and Jordan got 5 and 6 is because in them last 3 minutes, they're going to outplay whoever else on the other side. 9 times out of 10, they're going to win the last 3 minutes of every game. You disappear in the last 3 minutes of every game. That's when you want your so-called help to do it. That's what you needed Wade for. That's what you needed Kyrie for. To be the man when it matters. Because you're the man on the stat sheet. You're not the man on impact. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. It's like, come on, man. And it's like, and I know this video a little late from when it happened, but I could not do it. You feel me? I had to get this off my chest. And it's like, I feel like, why ain't nobody else saying nothing for real? Mainstream media I'm talking about. I've seen some, you know what I'm saying, some like independent media talk about it. I seen Ticket talk about it. I seen Dreamer Sports talking about it. But why ain't nobody, I've yet to really see nothing about it in the main media. Now, I could have missed it, because I don't really watch much, but I'll be on my YouTube. I ain't seen nothing on my timeline, no topics. I ain't seen nothing about the mainstream media saying nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. And it's like, then you get mad because you ain't getting no trades? Like, bro, they done gave you everything, bro. Like, come on, man. You call yourself having an attitude because they didn't make no trades for you, bro. Why should they? Why should they, bro? You not that. It's you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Great players supposed to leave the game better, bro. You not leaving the game better. Everything the game doing now is to undo what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't mess the whole NBA up. Like, think about it. Player movement, right? You was the catalyst for player movement when you went to Miami. You started the movement, right? You was the head of the snake. Whatever the head of the snake make cool, that's what's supposed to be the recipe. That's what's gonna be the trend in the league, right? You know what I'm saying? When it was Kobe and Jordan, it was stand true to your team. Build there, figure it out, go in. You made the moving around thing a thing, right? That messed the NBA up. Why? Because what makes the NBA great to watch and fun to watch is when teams kind of don't like each other a little bit. When the same two, you get the best basketball when the same two teams compete consistently. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the best series in NBA history, it's teams that didn't see each other multiple years. That make the playoffs better, that make the regular season better. Because you know why they had to include this little in-season tournament? Because there's no more games that got a playoff feel due to player movement, and you don't see these same teams playing with that playoff competitiveness in the regular season like you used to. That's just one way. You know what I'm saying? Load management. Now they want these play 65, right? You didn't start it, but you made it cool in Cleveland. People forget about that. You started load managing in Cleveland when you went back. Don't nobody bring that up. It's a copycat league. The same way Steph Curry shoot a lot of threes, everybody shoot a lot of threes. You start load managing, and that also became a trend. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on now. And we ain't even gonna get on you flopping around. Oh my goodness. That flopping for calls? What? We gotta remember Miami. Flopping. You didn't kind of chill on the flopping in LA. But in Miami and Cleveland, the second time, bro, I still remember this to this day. Y'all was playing Golden State. You bumped into they big. I forgot his name. I'm horrible with player names. I'll be forgetting their names. But y'all know the center for Golden State when they was playing the Heat. Can't think of his name. But you put so much energy into this flop that you fail, and then you end up hitting your head on the camera. And you still got the scratch on your head from that. Yeah, you the one started off. You was the first real superstar flopper. Superstars wasn't flopping. Flopping wasn't a thing like that. You would see the little everybody, they throw their head back or something, or throw their arms up or something, but little subtle stuff. But you was like the real first superstar flopper. You know what I'm saying? So it's like anything. Well, if he get away with it, let me try. Another add-on to the list of ways you have ruined the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Ruined. You know what I'm saying? Another one. Another one. So this whole like GOAT conversation, bro, it ain't no GOAT conversation. It's not. Like, let's stop it. Just stop it. There's no GOAT. That's a joke. The GOAT conversation is a joke. It's Jordan and Kobe's the closest thing to him. It ain't shit else to talk about. That's the conversation. It's him, then his closest thing is him, and then we can talk about the rest of y'all. And if you want to argue Jordan, it's Kareem. That's it. I don't got Kobe, my favorite player of all time, but he's not better than Jordan. He's the next best thing to Jordan. It's like Ken and Raul and goddamn on Street Fighter. Pick one. It really don't matter. They're the same. Jordan just got a better genetic lottery. Kobe got more moves. You know what I'm saying? So and one more thing I got to get off my chest. LeBron tries to manufacture the love that Kobe gets genuinely for the person that he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to be an asshole or a tyrant on the basketball court, but then you have the person, right? That's the thing that I think was always the disconnect between Kobe and casual fans, which is a lot of people. Is they can't separate the player from the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, who I am as a competitor and who I am at lunch aren't the same, right? It's not the same. So that's where the disconnect was for the duration of Kobe's career. That's why so many people he started growing on people after he stopped playing, because you start understanding the psyche of it. And he was, by his second talent being storytelling, he was able to explain the purpose of why he's like that. See, you get greats, but it's rare you get a great that can articulate why I'm like this to be like this. You see what I'm saying? That was Kobe's second gift. Was that. So people was growing. You know what I'm saying? Some people was coming over to the other side. Like, oh, I ain't used to like Kobe, I do now. Type. You don't get that. You get Bron fans that is no longer Bron fans. You don't get people who's like, he ain't really that. They be like, no, he that now. And I ain't yet to hear somebody be like, oh, he good as up they say he is. There's some people who be like, yeah, bro, I'm sick of him. I can't tolerate him no more, bro. I'm good. There's people that didn't left the side, but it ain't no newcomers. It ain't gonna be none. So, you know, I'm gonna leave it at that one on this one, man. I just had to get that off, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Peace.